Read on.
Verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand.
Right.
But it shall not come nigh thee.
Are you prepared to see that? I hope so, huh? If you ain't prepared yet, you better get ready. You know? They show these things online, you know, so they show like faces of death, right? You know, like different ways people have been mauled and killed and all this kind of stuff. And you know, it can move you if you're not used to seeing these things. Shocking to see someone lose their life. You know what I mean? To anybody, that's not easy to see. But at some point in time, you got to prepare yourself for the blessing of life, even when lives are being taken around you. You got to prepare yourself for the blessing of your life. Okay? When you choose to serve the Most High, you're going to witness some things in His kingdom. Okay? People say you cold or you callous or you don't care. They're going to come with all kinds of things. But it's not about that. It's not that we don't care. It's that we care so much about the Most High. Right? It's not that we don't love people or love our people, but we love the Most High even more. And when you put your love on the Father, you don't have as much. You put your compassion to the Most High, y'all. Okay? And then you understand you'll be able to see Him do His work and not get, shook, for lack of a better word. Okay? Read on.
Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
You see what you're going to see? So you're going to see it. With your eyes, you're going to see the reward of the wicked. You're going to see the wicked get destroyed with your eyes. You're going to behold it. You got to be ready to see it. Okay? I want nobody here falling apart, man. You know what I mean? Sure you ready to see it with us? You ready? You good? All right now. Aria?
No, I just wanted to say that it's written, you know. God written, it's written.
Yeah. Yeah. It's written to warn us. Okay. That if we take heed to it, we will be ready. If we don't take heed to it, we won't be ready. You know what I mean? And I mean, you know, I've been through a lot in this truth, man. I've seen a lot of things in this truth in my years, man. And I've seen brothers in this verse and know these scriptures, but have they resonate this thing in their spirit? Are they ready to see certain things? Are they putting themselves in that position? You know what I mean? You have to be a little, what they call cold and callous, because you concentrate on the Most High Yah. Ain't nobody else is, right? The people are, like they put, like the scriptures say, they put the creature before the creator. All right, we got to put the Creator first. We first. When we put Him first, then we can put it. Then we know how to deal with the creature. Okay, even if it's ourselves. Okay. Learn to deny ourselves even the things that we want for the Most High sake. Okay? We live in a kingdom where everything is at your fingertips. But what you wanted to give up to get it is the question. Right? You want to be a star, you could be a star. You could be a bestseller, it could be, your album could drop, double platinum. You know what I mean? Sell out the stores, you sign autographs. Yeah, there he goes. You get that? People doing it right now. Anything somebody's doing, you can do. But what you willing to give up to get that? Okay. What you willing to compromise to be there? A lot of times you gotta compromise something that you can't get back. All right? You know what that is. You won't be able to get that one back. Once that go down, it's down. All right, read on.
Verse 9. Because thou hast made the Most High, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. there shall no evil befall thee.
Come on.
Neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Wow. Come on.
For he shall give his angels charge over thee.
Wow.
To keep thee in all thy ways.
The angels are protecting you. It's the wings, man. They protect you. You don't see them. You don't see angels. Don't anybody tell me you take it, it's an angel. He's in a tree. You don't see angels. Because the day you see angels, guess what? You know, the day you see angels, boy, you ain't with us no more. I thought the Most High had to open their eyes to some of our forefathers, show them angels for a moment. He did it to Elisha and Elijah. Okay, he did it to the disciples. I think it was Peter, right? That was with Mashiach when the angels came to him. All right, he did it to Mary. Mary saw the angels when she went into the sepulchre, spoke with him. You know what I mean? The angels came to visit Abraham. Abraham sent him over to Lot, right, before they destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Angels just don't come to do nothing. When they're revealed, they come to do something, right? A lot of times they'll come in the shape or form of a man, but they don't want to be seen, they want to be made out. All right? What was that? Ahab with the donkey saw the angel. Yeah. Ahab didn't see it until the Most High revealed it to Ahab. And there was an angel with a flaming sword blocking the way, ready to take his head off. Okay? So I understand that angels are not, you can't sneak up on an angel or just so happen to be there. If the Most High shows you it, he opens your eyes to see it for a reason. Right? Something is going to happen at that point in time. So you don't want to rush to see angels. But your faith, because what's faith? Let's get the definition of faith. Hebrews 1. Hebrews 1. Hebrews chapter 1, right? Chapter 1. 11 and 1. Hebrews 11 and 1. Yeah.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for,
right?
The evidence of things not seen.
That's important to understand what faith is. You can't have faith in something that you see. You can trust it, right? But to have faith is the, read it again.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
The substance of things hoped for, meaning that something that's not here yet, but you believe it will be. You believe that it exists. Even though you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't hold it, you believe it exists because you have faith. That is what faith is. The substance of things hoped for and what?
The evidence of things not seen.
You see something happen and you know the Most High did it. You know that the angels intervened. Did you see the angel? No. But you have faith. Your faith tells you how that happened. I can think of countless scenarios I've been through that I can say, man, it had to be an angel looking at. I don't know how that happened, how I didn't get a bad one. Right? It was a couple times driving. I don't know how I got out of that situation, but I'm out of it. Right? Why? Angel decided it's not your time yet. Had it been my time, oh yeah. I'd have careened over the edge of that road or whatever the case may be. I'd have flipped that truck or something. Something would have went down. And I'd have been on the news. Zipping up that zipper. Right? But the angel said, no, not your time yet. I know that. I got faith. You know that if you're faithful. Okay? The angel don't have to reveal himself to you for you to be faithful. Because guess what? Once he revealed it to you, is it still faith? You just voided out your faith. Because now you have evidence. Remember, it's the evidence of things not seen. If you see it, it's no longer not seen. So then you void your faith. Faith is very important. We justify through our faith. So we don't want to see too much. We want to see things go down. What happened? Give the Most High the glory. Give the Father the glory. Understand that His power intervene and make these things happen. That shows you faithful. People lack faith. People say, if I don't see it, I don't believe it. Right? I said, I don't know how is that possible. That's just dumb. That's a dumb. I don't see it, I don't believe it. I said, well, is there anything behind you? That throws them off every time. They'll be like, hold on, don't look back. Because you got to see it to believe it. Right now, is there anything behind you? Right? They be forcing these. Right? It's simple things, man. People say stuff that sounds intelligent, but when you use the Bible, when the Bible is your source of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, you understand that the wisdom of this world is foolishness. Just as the Bible says. Right? The wisdom of this world is foolishness. If you can decipher, break down, destroy any philosophy in this world, if you verse with these scriptures. Nothing can stand against these scriptures. We prove it time and time again. Israel's all over the earth proving it. We're the only system of belief, system of understanding. We're the only ones sitting there telling you, come bring your book. Stand up against the prophets of the Most High. What other you know? Muslims ain't running up in the Buddhist temple to prove they're wrong and you right. Okay? You don't see the Catholics showing up in the Christian church, knocking on the door. Catholics is here, man. Let's get this thing straight. Coming straighten y'all out. Only Israel is in the church and talking about, can I ask a question? Mm-hmm. Right? Ready to cause some problems and trouble. Why? Because we're the only ones with the truth, man. We're the only ones with the truth. So we'll go up against any religion, any philosophy, any science, Scientology. Who want to talk? Let's talk. Because God's word is so strong. Okay? We see brothers standing up against Kemet and Egyptology. Brother Shardman, after he's done with you, you just finished. Right? You see these brothers going to eat like that. Why did you even do it? Why did you even talk? It make mincemeat out of you using the same mouth. Right. I mean, I'm not a debate specialist, but I do my thing when the time is right. But brothers that's really talented to debate, and they got this Bible, you finish, man. They got this truth, you finish. Right? Go ahead.
All right, I got a question. All right, you see how in the Bible it shows the days from 1 through 6 and 6 days you work and stuff? There was never a day. I had someone ask me how do you know that the days was the switch out.
Right. And there's a couple of scriptures I'll go. The first scripture I'll go with a question like that is 1 Corinthians 14:38. Because the Most High is not the author of confusion. So he ain't switching around dates and playing games with the children of Israel. And they make it impossible for us to keep it. Okay? So first let's get that thought out of the way. 14:38. Most High is not the author of confusion, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You also look at same book, verse 40, right? That he is everything must be decently and in order. So First of all, you're going to tell me the Most High is creating confusion. Right? We're going to get that nailed down out of the way. Second of all, right, we're going to show historically that they changed the last day worship to worship it on the first day. Because originally the Christians knew, right, the Catholics knew that they were worshiping on the first day. They only tried to perpetuate this, how do we know the last day, for the simple-minded. But they were intentionally worshiping on the first day. They intentionally changed it. What you got?
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25.
Okay. Go ahead.
The book of Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Right? Who's that talking about? The he? It's talking about Esau. He shall speak great words against the Most High. Read on.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Right? And who's the saints of the Most High? Israel. That's right. Read on.
And think to change times.
To change what?
Time.
Time. Read on.
And laws.
And laws. Change. The Sabbath. All the commandments he want to change. The Most High said, don't eat pork. He says, pork, the other white meat. Okay? The Most High says, worship on the Shabbat day, on the seventh day. He says, no, worship on the first day. That's the proof alone. It's showing, well, wait a minute. Satan is opposite. The spirit of Satan is an enemy of the Most High, the adversary, which is going to be opposite than the Father said. If the Father said the seventh day, he's going to say the first day. He ain't going to say Wednesday, the middle of the week. Why? The Father said the last day, Satan's going to say the first day. You're supposed to be in the light, he's going to put you in the dark. Okay. So, in understanding these things, somebody come with that argument, how do you know it's not a Wednesday? I said, Wednesday is neither the first or the last day. Okay? We could act like all of a sudden don't know the days of the week. Right? But come Friday, that same person, when they leave the job, guess what they tell the people? Have a good weekend. They don't say it on Wednesday. Simple logic shows this. Right? You know it's the end of the week. You also could look at, there's a couple of things you could look at. But history, I think, is the best teacher. But you can look at different languages. In America, they call it Saturday. Why do they call it Saturday? Why is Saturday called Saturday? No?
Saturn.
It comes from Greek worship of Saturn. A Greek god called Saturn. That's why they call that planet Saturn, with the rings around it. They name it after their Greek gods. That's not really Saturn. That's what they call it, Saturn. I'm sure if we go into the scripture, we might find different names for the planets. Okay? They call it Pluto. Then they decide there's no more Pluto. Venus, Mars. They made these names up. That's not the real name of the planet. The planet has a name, but that's not it. Most High give us the names of those. He'll let us know. Okay? So, when it comes to the Sabbath day, proving that it was changed to Sunday, the first day, is one good way to go. But just so the Most High not dealing with confusion. That person, you might be dealing with confusion, but the Most High not dealing with confusion. All right? The Sabbath is going to be on the same seventh day every week for your whole life. But if it doesn't, how could you be held responsible? Okay? Most High cannot hold you responsible for something you cannot do. So he put his Sabbath right in our face. When you look at languages, like those that speak French and Spanish, right? How do you say Saturday in French and Spanish? Sabbath day. That's what you're saying. The older languages bring it out. All right, the older languages bring out when the Sabbath is. Okay, okay.
Okay, all right, according to the Sabbath, you know, the word bondservant, maidservant. Okay, what if your bondservant is Esau? Is he still allowed to work on the Sabbath day?
It depends. And when we say you're not allowed to work, people take that out of context. It says you shall do no servile work therein. What is servile work?
Work for money.
Work for hire, work for money, right? It's not time to go out there and be hustling for money, for work. Okay? Now, let's say you're a child, you do child care, right? Sabbath come, parents nowhere to be found. You're going to drop the child off at the local precinct because it's a Sabbath? No, you're going to watch the child, right? You're gonna still keep your Sabbath in the midst of watching that child. Let's say you're a doctor and you deliver babies. Saturday come and they call you, hey, this thing is coming, man. Call me back after the Sabbath. You can't call them back after the Sabbath. It's now and now. The reason why I bring these examples up because we gotta use wisdom when we go into the scriptures. There's certain things that have to perpetually happen. You cannot take a day off. There's certain things in our lives that we have to do day in, day out. When it's possible not to do it, we don't. If you want to keep the Sabbath and you need certain things to take place on the Sabbath, you need it to take place, and now you want it. And that's what the devil, that's what's in your heart, your spirit, you're not. You would know if you need these things to take place. If you need this to take place and you keep it going, by all means, get it done and still keep your Sabbath. If it means hiring somebody to do what you got to do, let them do it. And if it's going to be somebody doing something on the Sabbath, it better be the nations. It better have Israel out there working on the Sabbath. That one, right? Absolutely. But you have to understand, it's for the necessity, not for the gain. And if you understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because I understand your situation, because I kind of know a little bit about what you're saying. And there's certain, it wouldn't be a time to take on new clients. That's shut down on the Sabbath. But you still have to take care of the clients that you have. That has to happen every day. Okay? So if you like a nurse and you're taking care of somebody, you can't say to the Sabbath, take care of yourself. Right? You got to take care of that person every day. But you have to find a way out so you can keep your commandments. Right? You might have to, maybe you're doing another person can switch. You find a way to make it happen. You know what I mean? Or you come into a different industry. When I first came in this truth, I was young, a teenager, but I was working, and I had to make a decision. I had to come with a different profession because the profession I was in, all the money was made on the Sabbath. You know what I mean? So I was a barber and a DJ in the world. Well, I guess I can't make money if I keep the Sabbath, because those are the main times to make all my money. So I found something else to do, so I can give the Most High the Sabbath. In other words, right? I found that was my way of getting around. You know what I mean? Everybody's situation is different. Okay? But you have to find a way to keep y'all's commandments. All right, sister?
So what happens to those who don't keep the Sabbath?
Well, what's the penalty for not keeping the Sabbath? Give me Leviticus. Give me Leviticus 23. Is it penalty or not? A statute?
How about Ezekiel 18:21?
I'll look at it.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 32.
That sounds like that has does that have this penalty in it?
Yeah, the guy that was gathering sticks on the Sabbath.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's yeah, let's get that. Let's get that numbers. 15. Numbers 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Read that.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 32. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day.
Right, so he was doing something that he ought not to be doing on the Sabbath day.
And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron and unto all the congregation. And they put him inward because it was not declared what should be done to him.
So they locked him up. And they waited to hear what Moses would say, what to do with this man that was breaking the Sabbath. Read on.
And the Most High said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death.
The man shall be what?
Surely put to death.
All right, so that man was to be what? Put to death for breaking the Sabbath. That's why he presumptuously was breaking the Sabbath. I mean, he purposely was ignoring the Sabbath. And says, I don't care what they say, I'm going to go pick up these sticks. Yeah. Sabbath or not. Okay? So that's an extreme case, but that's the judgment that the Most High put on that man. Okay? So we always encourage each other to let's not try the Most High, let's keep his commandments. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the statutes and the judgments we don't want to fall upon us. We don't want to, first of all, we don't want to disappoint the Heavenly Father by breaking his commandment. Dishonor him, disrespect him. All right? Because if we look at me Isaiah 58 and 13. And then we're going to get Ezekiel.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 13. Mm-hmm. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, right, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day.
Right, so the Father wants us to turn away our foot on the Sabbath. Because if we cease from whatever we want to do and do what he wants us to do. That's what it means to turn away your foot. Your foot represents your ways, what you want to do. It says turn away your foot for the Sabbath. And so don't do what you feel like doing, but call the Sabbath a delight. Read on.
And call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Most High, honorable.
Right.
And shall honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure,
right,
nor speaking thine own words.
Right, so it's not just not picking up sticks, right? There's laws for the Sabbath. Not doing your own ways, not finding your own pleasures. It's not time to, go to the game or go hang out, or it's time to bring it into dealing with the Most High. Mm-hmm. If it has nothing to do with the Father, it shouldn't have to do with you during the Sabbath. Okay, read on.
Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Most High, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth,
right,
and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father.
So now that's the payment for keeping the Sabbath. That he's gonna make you ride upon the high places of the earth and feed you with the heritage of Jacob. So that's the blessing of keeping the Sabbath. So now we have the curse for breaking the Sabbath, which was death, and the blessing for keeping the Sabbath, which is what? Wisdom, knowledge, stability, protection, all these things come by the Most High. Right? Question? Sabbath starts Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. When the sun goes down Friday, your Sabbath begins. When the sun goes down Saturday, your Sabbath is finished. Okay? Why do we do from sundown to sundown? Because when the sun goes down, according to the Heavenly Father's, the way He determines days, every time the sun goes down, one day is ending and another one is beginning. So the day actually begins in the night, in the evening. And it ends when the sun goes down, when you go back to the evening. From sundown to sundown. Okay? So when the sun goes down on Friday, that's the beginning of the Sabbath. Okay? So right now, this is the first Sabbath service. Tomorrow will be the second one. Okay? Tomorrow I won't be there at the Shabbat service because I'll be out of town. But wherever I am, I'm going to be, trust me, turn away my foot and I'll be in these scriptures. And I'll be right along with y'all with the portion. Reading along. So that's when the Sabbath is. Okay. Okay. Let's make sure we read. Oh, Ezekiel, that's right. Let's go to Ezekiel 18. Read it.
18:1.
20. 21, right?
18 verse
21, yeah.
Okay. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 18 and verse 21. But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he hath committed, and keep all my statutes, and do that which is lawful and right, live, he shall not die.
Right? He shall surely live. He shall not die. See that? Read on.
All his transgressions that he hath committed, they shall not be mentioned unto him.
Right.
In his righteousness that he hath done, he shall live.
Right. So when he get a blessing, you get a blessing, a huge blessing for keeping the Most High Shabbat. That's why we come together, man, week after week to keep the Shabbat. Because this gathering is part of what you're supposed to do on the Sabbath. Like, what are we not supposed to do on the Sabbath? Cook. Not supposed to buy, not supposed to sell, not supposed to cook. Huh? Right? Not have relations with your woman, right? Right? What else?
working.
Not supposed to work.
Watching TV.
Right? Well, it depends what you're watching.
Yeah, again.
Being at the game,
Game, a
show, go to the movies, man. That ain't the time for it. Supposed to be in scriptures on the Sabbath. We're also supposed to what? We're also supposed to convocate on the Sabbath, right? We're supposed to come together on the Sabbath. We're supposed to feast together on the Sabbath. We're supposed to be joyous on the Sabbath. It ain't supposed to be depressed on the Sabbath. You could have been upset all week. When that sun goes down Friday night, hold that thought. You'll get back to it Saturday sundown. But you're supposed to be full of joy for the Sabbath. Because no matter what you're going through, it stopped Friday sundown. And it's going to resume Saturday sundown. But right now, it's all about Yah. It's about your relationship with the Heavenly Father. It's about the joy of the Most High revealing Himself unto you. Just like He revealed Himself unto me. So it's a blessing. No matter what's going on, the Sabbath is a blessing. Right? Because it's a time to say, you know what? I'm not dealing with that. Right? You get to the point where your phone don't even ring on the Sabbath. Because people already know, don't bother him on the Sabbath. Don't even bring that question to him. Because it's the Sabbath, he ain't going to answer. He's going to say, call me at sundown. All right? I'm not going to discuss no finances. I'm not going to discuss anything. Anybody call me, hey, this is the Sabbath. Call me back after the Sabbath. Okay? Bill collector call, guess what? If you tell a bill collector it's the Sabbath, they will leave you alone. It's in their books. Right? They telemarketer, they want to sell you something. And you answer the phone, shalom. And he said, well, is this resident? Listen, I keep the Sabbath. All you supposed to hear that phone go, click. They supposed to say nothing else. or okay, I'll call you afterwards. That's in their rule book. Because they cannot break your Sabbath. They cannot cause you to break your Sabbath. Okay. So remember, you ain't the only one keeping the Sabbath, right? So that's the beautiful thing about it. Most High preserved the Sabbath. He got Esau keeping the Sabbath, thinking that he's us. That preserved the Sabbath for us. Okay? He had our books trying to keep our Sabbath, the so-called European, calling himself the Jew when he's a Gentile, and calling us the Gentile. We the Jew, you the Gentile. Right? But that's what the Most High did. He switched things around because of our wickedness. Okay? There will never be a Jew. You're the only real Jews on the earth. Okay? They're converts. They converted to Judaism. Right? Anything ism is like to be as. So they are isms. We're not isms. We're not Jewish. Ish means pertaining to, like reddish, bluish, something almost bluish. Right? It's 5-ish, 11-ish, not exactly 5, but maybe 450. You know what I mean? That's 5-ish. So they are Jewish. They're like the Jews, but they're not the real Jews. You're the real Jews. We're Israelites. We're not Israelis. We're Israelites. Israelite means you're a family of the man Israel. Israeli means you're born in the land of Israel. You see that? See the difference? So there's differences all the way through. The Jewish people, they're Israelis. The real Jews, and Jew is really short for Judah. It's not short for Jewish. Jew is short for Judah. Judah is one of the 12 tribes of Israel. In the Hebrew, it's Yehudah. Okay? So, a lot is understood just looking at where words come from. Any words are being used. So, is any other questions? Let's. Precept, what? Chad? Right. I mean, that's just understanding. Anytime that's not just on the Sabbath. Just on the Sabbath. Anytime we come together, we crack open this Bible. The Most High is with us. Our Shai is with us. Angels are with us. When 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, He is there also. What does it mean in His name? In His Spirit, right?
Is that considered sin?
Is it considered what?
With 2 or 3 gathered, you're trying to say is that what can you consider that a convocation amongst Israel? If it's just 2 or 3 of y'all.
Well, what the Most High was using is the lowest denominator of a gathering.
Yeah.
You cannot gather with one person. Right? You at least need 2 to gather. So that's why He said, where 2 or 3 are gathered, I am there also. But the assembly is where all your brethren is coming together. You know what I mean? So you say, forsake not the assembly. So don't leave the assembly where everybody's gathering to go gather with one person. You know, if it's possible. Take that one person and bring them with you to the assembly. The more that we gather, the better. Okay? We didn't get all these chairs from to stay empty. Right? But you see, we here on the Shabbat day or on a Saturday class, this place be packed sometimes. All the way through to back in that time, Friday night, this is a good Friday, right? Sometimes we have some, more sisters come through, but, maybe they still dealing with hurricane stuff. I don't know. Right? Maybe they emotional. I don't know what's going on. Right? Maybe they scared or something. I don't know. Right? But we're not scared. Okay, so, what was the question again?
Shabbat.
Right. There's one other verse I want to go to before we wrap it in. Give me Proverbs 1 and 20. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 20. Wisdom crieth without.
Right?
She uttereth her voice in the streets.
Right, so that's why we go out in the streets. Some people might say, why y'all out in the streets yelling? Because the Bible says wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. So that's why we go to what? The highways and the byways. Right? And we utter the voice of wisdom. We say, thus saith the Most High. We read out the Bible. And we give the explanation of what's being read. Read on.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
Come on.
In the openings of the gates.
Right, we look for where? What? Where the people assemble. Right? The chief place of concourse is where everybody's at. The opening of the gate is where everybody got to travel, walk by. They got to get past you. That's where you go. Because people need to, there's a flow of traffic. Because you don't want to just cry out to nothing. You want to cry out to the people. Read on.
In the city, she uttereth her words, saying, how long ye simple ones will ye love simplicity?
Right.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
And fools hate knowledge. Read on.
Turn you at my reproof.
Do what?
Turn you at my reproof.
So as we go out there, we teach the people, we want people to turn at his reproof. What does that mean, change? Don't just hear us, make those changes. Keep those laws. Right? Do it. Okay? Read on.
I will pour out my spirit unto you.
And if you do it, he's going to pour his spirit onto you. Read on. Another blessing for keeping his commandments. Right? Read on.
I will make known my words unto you.
Come on.
Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
Right. So when the Most High, we go out there and we teach him, Most High stretched out his hand. People disregard. Some people hear us. But it's all written in the book. Read on.
Ye have set at naught at my counsel, and would none of my reproof.
People ignore the Most High. Yeah. Read on.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
I also what?
I also will laugh at your calamity.
You mean all those people that laughed when the Most High tried to tell them through us going out there and teaching His word. That's the Most High trying to tell them to wake up. And they laugh and yeah, whatever, get a job. Right? The Most High said He's gonna laugh. When is He gonna laugh? Read.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
He said when their calamity come and their fear come, guess what? He's gonna be mocking them. So when those people is getting crushed by the hurricane, oh God, help me please. What was the Most High doing? Laughing. Can you imagine? Oh God, help me please. He mocked them. Right? He saw that destruction go down and he sat back and let it go down. Why? Because they wicked, man. That's real talk, man.
Another thing too, like I work in the hospital, and a lot of times I just see like a lot of sick people, and you could just be walking through the hallway and you hear people just calling on like Jesus, Jesus, please help me, Jesus. And it's just like, you know, a lot of times like these are like people that have been smoking all their life, you know, they've been following the temple,
Right.
just doing all kinds of things.
And now they want to know the Most High. But the Father said, I'm gonna laugh at you when your destruction comes. You don't want to hear the prophets? I'm not gonna hear you. When you crying out, oh God, help me please, you're like, whatever. That wolf hit you in your head. Right? Read on.
When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
I will not what?
I will not answer.
Then start people call, oh God, God. You see them, they got prayer visuals. Who they have on TV? They had Stevie Wonder playing the piano. Lean on me. I'm sitting there like, yo, y'all don't believe in the Most High. He don't care about your telethon. He said he's laughing at you. Because everybody, time and chance happens to everyone. Everybody gets a chance to repent. If you take that chance, great. If you pass it up, that's good too. More fuel for the fire. Okay? So understand the power that we serve. Okay? He said he's gonna laugh and mock them when their destruction comes. So when them places getting flooded and the places getting flattened, and those people now want to cry out to the Lord who wasn't crying out before, the Most High is laughing at them.
They shall seek me early.
He said, and they're going to come looking for me. Read on.
But they shall not find me.
And you're not going to find me. Most High said he's going to avoid them. Read.
For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Most High.
Exactly. Because they were so smart. They didn't choose the Most High. People act like they're so intelligent that they're smarter than the Heavenly Father. You know, I'm too smart. I'm a Scientologist. Right? That you forget about Yah. Okay, so I just want to end it off on that. And if there's no other questions, we're going to wrap it in. What precept are you holding up?
Hosea 5 and 15.
I'll go to my place. All right. Yeah, you get Hosea 5:15.
The book of Hosea, chapter 5 and verse 15.
Come on.
I will go and return to my place
Read.
till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
That's right. In their affliction, they're going to be looking for me. And that's what happens with people. When everything is up and good, they ain't worried about the Most High. They got life to live. They got vacations to take. But when the Most High smash your house to smithereens, now it's, oh God, what are we going to do? And God is like, we. I don't know what you're going to do. I'm going to continue doing what I was doing. So let's keep that in mind. The Most High, he mocked them. He don't care. Okay? He ain't losing no sleep over Irma or Jose or anybody that's spinning one in a circle. Because against his hidden ones, no torment shall touch you. Come? All right, so with that, we're going to wrap in the service for this evening. Do remember and don't forget, tomorrow we have service at noonday. Okay, at noonday. So man 12 and we should be in it. So like I will not be here. I'm going out of town. I'm going to be holding down out of town, LOZ style. Okay, I'll be out there. I'll be in the island of Trinidad. So I'm going to go out there and, you know, like we always do. Bring this truth wherever I go. Got it? Hallelujah. 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 Who's the power? Hallelujah. Who's the power? Hallelujah. The Lord's prayer in Hebrew, repeat Hebrew. Abiyanawa, Asharam, Haba'am, Bashamayim, Yakadasha, Yahweh, sorry, Yahayim, Shamkam, Yahweh, Ba'am, Mokafka, Ya'isha, what is the one? Bashamayim, Nawa, Nafam, Tao, the one, was Salah Nawa, Yebim,
Akayabim,
Shalanawa,
Shalanawa,
Wa,
Wa,
Ba'a,
Ba'a,
Wabianawa,
Wakayanawa,
Al,
Al,
Nasa,
Nasa,
Aka,
Akam,
No,
Yanatakayo,
Manawa,
Lanawa,
Man,
Man,
Harai,
Marai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Hawa'a,
Hawa'a,
Ha,
Ha,
Moka,
Mamoka,
Ha,
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 Wa,
Wa,
Ha,
Ha,
Kabawai,
Hawa'a,
Lailon,
Lailon,
Mahasham,
Hashem,
Mashiach,
Mashiach,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Waram,
Wada,
Yad,
Yad,
Aman.
Aman. Matthew chapter 6, verse 9, most pray in English. After this manner, therefore pray ye, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father your trespasses. And I'll shout. The water of God, Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah. Everyone coming out, don't forget all donations go in the box in the back of the room. The box straight ahead. I'm saying bless the box on the way out. Shema Shaka Shaka water.
And a lot
Yeah,
of
Moshe and Lot guy.
Somebody else. I know that.
Shalom to those online.
That's not being a fighting destiny.